You might remember us mentioning a previous rumor that Bang Si-hyuk ignores NewJeans' Danielle, especially when she greets him. At the time, we didn't get into it too much because there wasn't that much information and it was just one of many accusations during this mess of a situation. But now, it seems like this could actually be true because NewJeans' parents have reignited that concern. This week's edition of HYBE vs. Adore starts with an email reportedly sent by NewJeans' parents via Adore to HYBE. In it, they address many concerns that we've constantly been hearing about, that HYBE are stealing and copying NewJeans' concepts, styling, and even choreography for other groups of theirs, specifically ILLIT. The email also mentions Bang Si-hyuk allegedly ignoring the NewJeans girls whenever they encounter him at the company. Even the parents didn't believe the girls at first, but apparently it has happened multiple times at different places. Another huge concern they had was that HYBE might be planning a quote long vacation after NewJeans' Tokyo Dome event. The parents laid out their mutual hope that NewJeans can continue working with Min Hee-jin, but also stay at HYBE. HYBE quickly put out a statement in response to this reported email, saying they cannot condone Min Hee-jin using artists as a personal shield and even involving the parents. The claim that Bang Si-hyuk ignores NewJeans is a misunderstanding because he could have prosopagnosia or difficulty recognizing people's faces. They also explained that a vacation doesn't mean a long hiatus, that it's normal for idols to work, then rest, then prepare for the next promotion. By the way, ever since HYBE was accused and associated with a cult connected to Danworld, that organization has been facing a viral trend online where teenagers are pranking Danworld in various ways. In the midst of all this, ILLIT was once again being accused of plagiarizing NewJeans' choreography for their song Lucky Girl Syndrome from a specific McDonald's commercial. This is when one of NewJeans' performance directors, who was involved with songs like Super Shy and Hype Boy, finally spoke up, saying she can't hold it in any longer, that this is too much to call a coincidence, and usually you would change the moves a little out of respect for each other. Another big thing regarding ILLIT this week happened during their live stream when fans noticed member WONHEE seemingly reporting malicious comments while reading the chat. While many were concerned about the members being caught in the crossfire, many also criticized this, claiming that it was staged in order to garner sympathy. There's actually a court hearing that has now started before the shareholders meeting on the 31st, but kinda like the 50-50 situation, rather than go through each detail back and forth, we'll discuss any significant outcomes that transpire from it. While that legal mess is still going on, it seems that WONYOUNG versus infamous YouTuber SOJANG has finally come to an end. Again. I say again because WONYOUNG and Starship had already won the lawsuit against SOJANG in January of this year for knowingly posting misinformation about her and many other idols and celebrities. However, SOJANG refused to pay the penalty and basically filed for further investigation. Well, the new ruling is that the initial decision will be upheld and the court is still penalizing SOJANG with a fine of over $70,000 to be paid to WONYOUNG herself. Of course, IVE recently made their comeback, and this week aespa released Supernova ahead of their album release. However, that wasn't the only headline involving aespa. First of all, a fire broke out on the set of aespa's pre-recording for MCOUNTDOWN. Luckily, the fire was extinguished immediately, the artists and audience were evacuated, and no one was hurt. Mnet reassured that the sets are treated to be flame retardant, but will be examining things to make sure this doesn't happen again. While no one was ultimately hurt, SM did inform fans that afterward, Winter seemed to need rest due to her poor health condition and would not participate in the live broadcast. If you guys remember, Winter recently underwent surgery regarding a collapsed lung in April. Another headline involving aespa was about their announced shows taking place in Japan on the weekend of July 6th and 7th. Well, many Chinese fans have been criticizing a concert taking place on the 7th, as that is a day of mourning and remembrance in China, marking the anniversary of events from the Sino-Japanese War. Even large fan bases like China Ningning Bar set out to take action against SM, demanding a date change. Surprisingly, it has now been announced that while the July 6th performance will still be taking place, the July 7th date will no longer be happening and refunds will be arranged due to all the feedback they've been getting on social media and various communication channels. Last week, we mentioned SM also announcing that WINWIN would not be participating in WAYV's comeback in June due to his schedule filming a drama in China. However, WINWIN has now clarified clarified that the schedule was already set for him to be able to do both, but SM were the ones who decided to move the comeback, resulting in scheduling conflicts. This explanation came after some were accusing WINWIN of basically neglecting WAYV activities for his acting career, but now SM is the one being criticized for changing the already set schedule, which now excludes WINWIN. Another update we have is regarding rookie girl group Candy Shop. Last week, Brave Entertainment announced that just a month after debut, member YUINA would be going on hiatus due to health issues, but that a new member would be recruited so that they could continue promoting as 4. This raises certain questions for when YUINA comes back. Well, much sooner than expected, Brave Entertainment has already revealed Candy Shop's newest member Julia, who is also now the youngest member. PACT will also be making a comeback without one of their members, CHANG. Their agency explained that he won't be able to participate in their upcoming album because he'll be busy with B.D.U, or Boys Define Universe, a new vocal boy group formed through Mnet's reality show Build Up, which he won first place. That being said, they do reassure that Jay will be active with PACT again at some point. And finally, the emotional roller coaster of Kep1ER news is a prime example of why I set the rule for this channel to only talk about things that are officially addressed in some way. Earlier in the week, it was reported that 7 members would continue together as Kep1ER after their contracts expire in July, while YESEO and MASHIRO would return to their agency and join Limelight. While that news would have been bittersweet, it would have at least meant Kep1ER would kinda still be together, and plus I really love Limelight. Well, the very next day, another report came out that said nope, Kep1ER are not continuing together at all. The only thing we know for sure is that WAKEONE responded to both of these reports, saying no decisions have been made and discussions are still ongoing. So for now, all we can do is look forward to their next comeback. With all of that, let's get into the positive things in K-pop that we can celebrate this week. We don't always bring up anniversaries, but how cool is it to see 2NE do a special photo shoot to commemorate their 15th? Congrats to tripleS, earning their first ever career music show win on the show with all 24 members. Zico featuring Jennie won the trophy on Inkigayo, and 17 took home multiple number ones with Music Core, MCOUNTDOWN, and Music Bank. Comebacks and releases this week included ENHYPEN's Fatal Trouble, aespa Supernova as we previously mentioned, Alice's Milky Way release that all 7 members prepared before the news of some of their departures, Red Velvet Joy and Big Naughty's collaboration project, Pentagon Hongsuk and CLC Soren's collaboration, NCT Mark's solo pre-release, and Zero Base One, whose new album just achieved million seller status, making this their 3rd consecutive to do so, starting from their debut. 17's album debuted in the top 5 of the Billboard 200, and finally AILLIT gave us some amazing news, confirming her relationship with Singles Inferno's Choi Si-hoon and their plans to get married next year. And before I see you guys again next Friday, while AILLIT is preparing for the next chapter of her life, here's an update from someone who's enjoying the dad life.
Oh, it's very nice.
Very nice.
I'm very happy being father right now.
힘들.
Oh, it's kind of hard, but it's so good. It's my son, you know?
Alright.